What up, Bulls Nation? We've got live CHGO Bulls pregame coming up right now. Bulls, first of 3 games in 4 nights against the Miami Heat, starts tonight because of the weird wet floor situation from earlier this month. Who's in, who's out for both teams? Look back at the Bulls' blowout loss to Miami back in November and what they need to do to get this W tonight. All ahead next.
She's on. Give him the point.
We're going. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls pregame. Coming to you live from our CHGO Xfinity Loft here in downtown Chicago.
Yes,
CHGO
sir.
Bulls pregame is presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app with code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it is never ordinary at Bet365. Thanks for being here, Bulls Nation. Hit that like button if you're hanging out on YouTube. It's free. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That's my guy, Big Dave. Bam, bam, bam. BAWL Sports. Will the Go Gottlieb at the UC for tonight's action. Make sure you're following him too, Will_Gottlieb. He will join us in post-game to give us his intel on tonight's festivities.
Delicious.
And joining us on the controls, queen of them, the one and only, Sarah Bear! What up, Sarah?
Hello. Hi.
You excited?
Hi.
You
Yes.
excited for Bulls Heat? Part
Yes.
1 of 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know my favorite thing what Sarah does is off camera, she's like, okay, this has got to be done. It got to be ready. We got to have it handled. And then when we call her name and get on, she's like, hi, everyone.
Hey, everyone. I get camera shy.
Hi, Sarah.
Yeah, I just care if we do our chores
Save
during
the-
the show.
Yeah.
Save the boss tone for us behind the
That's
scenes.
right, baby.
Then she hops on the mic. She's like, hey, everybody.
I mean, if you tune into CHGO White Sox, you'll hear some more hot takes over
Oh,
there.
you got the hot takes going?
I got the hot takes over at CHGO
You
White Sox.
promised us
I'm-
hot takes here. Sarah.
I'm going to protect you. The hot take you share with us about basketball. Yes.
Ooh, that's not ready for the light yet.
That one's not ready. That one's not
You
ready
gotta work that out.
for the
Matt
masses.
and I still need to
You
do
got to
Yeah,
workshop that.
She got to
a little
work
bit.
that out. She
You
got to
gotta
work
workshop
that out. That's all right. I like where your head is, though.
Yeah.
You like where your head is.
Shout out to Grant Atticus, Israel, Juan Miller, Matty Legend, French Bulls fan, everybody in the chat. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's ready for Bulls Heat action.
Clem!
What up, Clem? All right,
Try that Bulls.
Dave, shall we start with some injury updates for both squads?
We shall.
Bad news. While the plan initially was for both Coby White and Josh Giddey, Coby dealing with the calf,
Right.
Josh dealing with the hamstring,
Right.
to play both games of this first back-to-back set last night and tonight, and then play it by ear TBD for at Miami Saturday, Sunday.
Correct.
Billy Donovan shared with Goat and his fellow beat members in his pregame media availability, Josh Giddey will not dress tonight. Billy said that Josh was feeling some tightness in that hamstring after the game last night, and that tightness continued into this morning. Josh Giddey's return is TBD as of right now.
Okay.
He will, however, travel with the team to Miami for that back-to-back set Saturday, Sunday, in case that he is able to play in either or both of those games.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, honestly, it's good to hear that he's like taking it easy. Like there is tightness, being honest about it, because sometimes players ain't going to do that. They're like, no, I'm fine. I'm getting out there. I'm playing. Why did my leg fall off? So, yeah, it's good for that. But I think it's the right move for him. I don't think he's been all the way back yet since he's come back from this injury. I think he's still kind of struggling. Like just watching his game, like it's still a little struggle in his game right now, man. But, yeah, take all the time you need. Get yourself to 100%, and they're going to need Josh Giddey, bro. Like in 2 of these games, they're gonna definitely need Josh Giddey.
That they will. Shout out to Thomas Banks, who said years of those play-in tournaments have set us up for the play-in finals this weekend. That's right. It's honestly like an interesting way to look at it, is like as a mini series. Back in the day, many of y'all might not be old enough to remember this or weren't on the planet. Shout out, Sarah.
Looking at Devin.
The first round of the NBA playoffs used to be best of 3 series.
It's true. It happened.
Jordan's iconic 63 points in the Boston Garden was one of a best of 3 series.
It was
back in that day.
Bulls got swept.
And then even some of those Bulls dynasty playoff runs in the 90s.
Yes,
first round. Best
That's
of
true.
3.
Shot on Elo.
Woo!
Actually, that was 5.
That was 5.
But I'm just saying.
Yes. But then they're all 7-game series because money. Who doesn't love money? All right, so back to the injury front. Trey Jones and Zach Collins both remain out for the Bulls. Coby White, he does get the green light.
Yes.
This will be just his second back-to-back set of games played this season. And they've been very careful with him and that calf. But hopefully, knock on wood, the way that he responded after playing last night's game, he's been feeling well enough. He wasn't even on the injury report today, Dave.
Okay.
So, injury management sucks to your injury management.
That's right.
Kobe's going to ball.
He's on it, baby.
Jalen Smith was also on the injury report today with calf tightness. With the calves, people. Come on. But he did get the green light. He is available to play tonight and is back in that Bulls starting lineup with no Josh Giddey. So your Bulls starting 5, you got Coby, Okoro, Modest, Jalen Smith back in the starting lineup, and Vooch.
Okay.
Another interesting wrinkle. Because you got Trey Jones sitting, late scratch for Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
Called up and active tonight.
Say it slow.
Yuki Kawamura is active, Bulls Nation. I want 30 Yuki minutes tonight.
All of them.
Let's freaking go.
48.
Oh, my God.
I want all of the Yuki mania that will run wild at the UC tonight. Hey, Julia. That's what I want. Yuki mania. Y'all know I love Yuki. You know I love Yuki. I got to see him out there. I just want to see him play, and it feels like they have got to play him. Like, just give him a few minutes out there. He's earned that. You got 2 of your guards that is not going to be out. You know what I mean? Like, you got Ayo out there, and, of course, you're going to have Coby White out there. For sure. We understand that. We also get Javon Carter. You get that. You know, stay ready. He's always there. He's ready to go. You're going to need that 4th one, man. I'm just saying, you're going to need that 4th one to get you some of those minutes right there, man. And he's earned it, all right? I feel like he's earned it in my mind. He has absolutely earned time on the floor for the Chicago Bulls. I really, truly hope he gets a look. If you want to if they start him off with 3 or 5, fine. But if it's feeling good, like I'm going to think it's feeling good, then please allow that young man to continue playing. Billy, please.
Gray Atticus in the chat saying, Yuki, we are winning 4 of the 3 against Miami.
4 of the 3. Well done.
I love that.
Well done.
There was a great quote from Yuki himself via Casey Johnson just a few moments ago. Yuki, quote, honestly, rehab wasn't easy. It was a long way. I found out I had that blood clot before the season started. Honestly, I felt really bad because I was super excited to play in Chicago. But I'm so happy to be here now and super happy to be back on the court. Yuki for everything.
We missed you, bro.
Man, welcome back. You know, he's gotten some game action for the Windy City Bulls over the last few weeks as he's made his way all the way back to being medically cleared to play and working his way back into game shape. But this will be his first night, I believe, active for the big boy Bulls.
I can't wait, man.
Since coming back from that injury.
I'm so excited to sit there and watch him get an opportunity to play, bro. Like, because we just really enjoyed him in the summer league, just watching his point guardsmanship. And just how he runs the team, and then playing how he, you know, doesn't let his size deter anything. Matter of fact, he uses it as a weapon, as a superpower. And the shooting is pure.
Yeah.
You know, the point guardsmanship is pure. Even on defense, he annoys you and gets on your nerves.
Pest.
So much.
He was averaging like 3 steals a game in summer league.
Yes, bro. Yes, man. Like, he uses all of that stuff to try to help your team win. One of the reasons the Bulls definitely signed him. And I feel like he's deserving just of an opportunity. They need help on the defensive end. I think he help them just a skosh. Yeah. And I think their half-court offense could also use some of that point guardsmanship that he provides. And who wouldn't need somebody who can shoot that three-point shot like he can, man? Give him a chance. I love Julia saying, retire Yuki's jersey next. Yes, man. Yes, all of this.
I love it. However, don't give Jerry any ideas. Speaking of which, Thomas in the chat saying, Jerry made the call. Yuki will be our 6th man, whatever they got to do to sell seats. Yeah, a lot of love for Yuki in the chat. And shout out to Wad Miller who said, give the channel a like if you love Yuki.
Do it.
That's right.
Appreciate it.
All right, now, as far as the Heat and their current health status for tonight's action, Tyler Herro did not make the trip to Chicago. He is dealing with a rib injury. He will not play. Also, the Heat's primary playmaker for this season's squad, Davion Mitchell, dealing with a shoulder, will not play.
Huge.
2 big hits for Miami tonight.
That's huge, bro.
Khalil Ware Kasparis Yakachonis, shout out to Illini, Norman Powell, Jaime Jaquez, Pell Larson, and Andrew Wiggins all were on Miami's injury report as well tonight for various ailments. All green lights and available. I feel like the Heat, and I went back and, when we were getting ready to do Bulls Heat on January 8th or whatever that was, the game that got postponed, I think they got pinged with a fine from the league earlier this season for a misguided or not entirely accurate injury report. Okay. Since then, Spo or whoever's in charge, they're head of their team's medical department, filing these injury reports. They just put their entire roster on the injury report every day. And it's like, no, he's playing, but here's an injury that he's working with.
So petty.
I mean,
so petty.
It's such a Pat Riley thing.
It is. It is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Our injury reports weren't thorough enough for you, league offices.
Hey, guess what? Pat Riley, available. He'll be up there. Matt, like Tyler Herro's big. Like, we get that. Like, the shooting, everything he does for them offensively. I mean, and he kills the Bulls. Tyler Herro, and it starts early with Tyler Herro when he kills the Bulls. It's never late. Starts in the first quarter. He goes on these heaters, man. But Davion Mitchell, that's the one for me. That's a big, big person to not have out there tonight because he gives the Bulls guards nightmares when he's out there guarding them.
Yeah,
we saw him do it to Coby in the play-in. In the beginning, as it started in that first quarter, you remember Davion Mitchell guarding him all game long.
Yep.
Tough game for that young man. The last time that they played, it was Josh Giddey was his assignment, and I mean had him in a cry-gay. He was not happy with what was going on with Davion Mitchell, bro. Like, Davion Mitchell is just a pest and definitely a deterrent and will get on your nerves as a really solid unball defender. So not having him out there, man, really opens things up, I think, for guys like Ayo Dosunmu and Coby White to see if they can get their offense going.
Both of whom, at various points in last night's game, tried to set the tone for the Bulls offensively.
Yeah.
Ayo in that third quarter particularly. So for Miami tonight, your starting five is Kasparis Yakachonis, Norman Powell, their leading scorer this season. We'll touch on him more in a second. Pell Larson, Andrew Wiggins, who is finding himself in a lot of trade rumors this time of year.
That is a fact.
Including some Giannis-related trade rumors. And then, of course, Bam Adebayo rounding out that starting five for Miami.
Yes.
Still a formidable starting five, even without Mitchell, without Herro. Shall we turn you back to November 21st. Here are the highlights, the bullet points, in case you missed that one or watch it and wiped it from your memory. And if you did, I don't blame you.
I do not.
The Bulls lost to the Heat on November 21st by a final score of 143 to 107. Shout out to that Emirates NBA Cup point differential rule.
Man.
Because, boy, did Miami take advantage of that. The Heat ate at the free throw line all night, 35 makes on 44 attempts. Kel'el Ware, who will come off the bench for Miami tonight, my sweet special boy from that draft class. It's okay. We got modest. 20 and 14 double-double for him that night, leading 8 Heat players with double figures. The Heat dominated the Bulls on the boards 53 to 39, including 15 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
The Bulls shot like doo-doo from the field. They also shot like a super doo-doo from behind the three-point line.
Shout out
41 and 28%. Ayo did lead the Bulls in scoring that night on a very efficient 23 on 9 of 14 from the field. Giddey, one dime shy of a triple-double with 19, 11, and 9. But, I mean, you get worked on the boards like that, you put your opponent to the free throw line that many times, and you shoot like that from the field?
Yeah.
Good night, nurse.
I mean, 44 free throws is crazy. That is crazy attempts, man. But it lets you know the kind of pressure that the Miami Heat put on the Chicago Bulls. We know that's the Bulls' MO. That's how they want to play. They want to play fast. They want to get that ball and get out in transition. Well, so do the Miami Heat. They do it the same way, and they do it in a bully style when they're doing it, man. So they've got guys like Bam Adebayo, I'm sure we'll get into, and guys like Jaquez and Kasparis Yakachonis. I can't wait to see him play more because there's something there, in my opinion, with that young man. There's something there. He's figuring it out, but I really feel like there's something there because that dude doesn't like people when he's playing basketball. And that'll always, for me, put you right here in the old ticker, right here in the heart. I love that kind of thing. Love that kind of thing in my player. But, yeah, man, the Heat are absolutely formidable. and not a great matchup for the Bulls. That's why it's huge that they have their best offensive guy and their best defensive guy not in this game tonight for the Bulls, man. And hopefully Chicago can take advantage.
Yeah, I think that the Bulls can fare better in this game. Like they should fare better in this game. They're not going to, I would hope to venture and guess, they're not going to shoot that poorly from the field.
I don't think so.
Look, we've seen the occasional night where the Bulls get worked on the boards, but that is one of the things that they do well defensively as a team.
Yeah.
I believe coming into tonight, they are second in the NBA, only behind the Wemby Spurs in team defensive rebounding percentage.
Wow.
The Bulls have been somewhere between good and above average in that category all season, and recently have kicked it up a notch even further.
Yeah.
But on that night, back in November, they just got worked.
That's all it was. It's that simple. And big shout out to Vooch, because you know he's going to be leading as far as the defensive rebounds. Big shout out to Jalen Smith. Also, we know he's kicked it up. Modest Ellis, we've seen him improve on the defensive rebounding, man, getting the ball and starting to break himself, which is just another facet of his game that is growing.
Right. So as far as what the Heat have been up to since the Bulls saw them last, they've been a little hot streak here, little cold streak there, hovering right there in the play-in tournament picture.
Oh, in the pit.
Where they belong, right with their BFFs, the Chicago Bulls.
In the pit.
I believe right now, coming into tonight's action, Miami is at 8, behind Orlando at 7. Atlanta just barely jumped the Bulls via win percentage.
Correct.
With the Bulls lost last night.
Correct.
So Atlanta and Chicago are 9-10 right now.
Yep.
So if the play-in tournament started today, the Bulls would have to beat Atlanta to then get the chance for the versus Miami 4-peat.
Oh,
which is hilarious because one of the years that they played Miami in the play-in tournament, they beat the Hawks in order to do so.
That's exactly how it happened, man. You can't make this stuff up, people.
Time is a flat circle.
It's what it is.
A flat circle.
But I will say the Bulls and the Hawks should be looking at these Hornets, man. These Hornets have been on a hot streak, bro.
They're coming, baby.
They're 3.5 back of the Chicago Bulls right now in that play-in. And that's a team who getting to the play-in, it will mean something for. When they make that move, it will mean something. They will be playing their best and their hardest. They're 7-3 in their last 10. So the Bulls 6-4 in their last 10. Definitely gonna need this victory tonight against the Heat. And this is, as you mentioned, Matt, this is the time to do it. I feel like they're not gonna have that bad of a night shooting. I feel like they can have more opportunities to score because Davion Mitchell not being there and not having to go toe-to-toe with Tyler Herro.
Right.
And Bam Adebayo, more will be placed upon his shoulders. We'll see if Wiggins can do something like that. We'll see if Norman Powell can do what he likes to do also as well. But it's their best opportunity, I think, to beat the Miami Heat.
Speaking of Norman Powell, let's take a look at what he has been doing this season. Sarah, if you want to throw up his stats, 23 points per game on the year on very respectable 47, 39, 84 shooting splits.
Pretty good.
A lot of people talking about him as a likely candidate, maybe not likely, but certainly deserving, a deserving candidate for one of those all-star reserve spots for the season that he is putting together. We're still waiting to hear who those all-star reserves are. Obviously, Josh Giddey himself has an outside shot for that recognition. But Powell, I mean, it's like he took the role that he did for the Clippers for so many years very well and has just elevated it here with Miami.
That's all he's done, man. And he, I mean, if you're a shooter and a scorer like that, you have a place in Miami. They got you, all right? And that dude he's a tough guy. He's easy to root for as well. He's an easy player to root for, just one of those kind of journeyman kind of things who has found his kind of place in the last couple years. And once he's found it, I mean, he's never let it go. He's one of those guys you looked and you were like, wait a minute, Norman Powell got what? Like Norman Powell got how many points? Like you were tripping when you saw that stuff. Now you just expect it, which is great because before it's just a cool story. Now it's just something that's supposed to happen. And that's what I think the all-star nod for him will be. I think that would be monumental for that young man who I don't think people had going to the All-Star game when his career first started out those first few years. So
yeah, what
he did with the Clippers was outstanding, and what he's doing in Miami is the same thing.
And, you mentioned earlier just how big of a hit it is for Miami to not have Davion Mitchell out there because it is a team that can struggle with half-court offensive sets at times, and he has been really their engine offensively in a lot of ways, despite, the shot making that Tyler Herro can do and the sort of like the hero ball stuff that Herro does at times, no pun intended.
It's in his name.
But specifically when it comes to Powell and the looks that he gets, coming off of pin down screens or coming around curl screens to free himself up as a catch and shoot guy.
Yeah.
86% of Powell's made threes so far this season have come on assists.
Wow.
So, Powell is not somebody who creates his own shot.
Yeah.
Almost ever.
Yeah.
So, when you think about the fact that Mitchell, who's averaging above 7 assists per game for Miami this season, is not there to set that table in a lot of way, then as the Bulls, as far as defensive planning, you think, okay, what other ways are they going to try and do that, and who's going to be setting the table? I think you also have to look, if you're Billy Donovan and his Bulls defensive strategist, at trying to contain Jaime Jaquez in this game.
Yes,
because,
absolutely.
Before Mitchell really rose to prominence for a team that was like ISO Jimmy, or if we're sick of ISO Jimmy and want to take a break from that for a possession or two, Jaquez has been their guy for a few years.
Oh, without a doubt, man. And he started off really well, coming in as a rookie. Then the NBA happened, which happens to all those young players. So, but I think he's honestly it was kind of like this kind of dip. It wasn't just a full drop for that young man. It was just a nice little dip, and now he's continuing on. But no, he's a really good basketball player, man, and somebody who could drop 40 on you if you're not careful. So there's an opportunity for him tonight. And the one thing that he do well is they have guys on their team who take advantage of opportunity. And they have people you probably never seen or heard of before. Wasn't he the janitor last week for the squad?
Shout out Pell Larson.
You feel what I'm saying? Nice averaging 25, for the squad, man. That's how the Heat do when it comes to those guys in those reserve roles, man. So you can think somebody on the Heat is going to play well and be that guy for them, and then it'll be somebody you've never heard of before have 6 or 7 threes going in tonight. But Jaquez, man, he is absolutely one to watch.
So as far as, the Bulls trying to contain some of this stuff, I think somebody in the chat mentioned they should fare better on the boards tonight because you're going with the double big lineup again tonight with Josh sitting, so you will have Jalen Smith out there. Hopefully that can help the Bulls even up that rebounding discrepancy from their blowout loss to Miami back in November. But you got Bam averaging nearly 10 boards a game, and you got Khalil Ware doing the same thing, sometimes a starter, sometimes off the bench. Miami just has length and size everywhere. Jaquez in his own right is a big dude.
Not small. No.
So, I think the Bulls have fared better with big teams, with lengthy teams recently, as Billy has shifted to bigger lineups himself. But it's not just about matching size with size. It's about matching the physicality and intensity of that size.
Come on, Peck.
Which Eric Spoelstra-led teams are bringing every night, even if it's the dead of late January and yet another regular season game.
It doesn't matter to them when the game is being played or where it's being played. They have a style that they play. And if you don't do it that way, well, Eric Spoelstra will be like, no, don't sit next to me. Sit in the locker room because there's no way I'm going to put you out there on the floor. And that's always been their kind of MO, man, is that toughness, Matt, that physicality and speed. I really think it is a really underestimated quality of the Miami Heat is how fast they move. And that ball movement has always been stellar from them. But they do it so fast and they move so quick. Watch them on defense, though, as well, as you were mentioning, man. Those switches they do is super fast. They know exactly where they're supposed to be, and they know your play better than you. They are always well-coached and well-prepared out there to play, and that's why I think they give the Bulls fits like they have. Now, they're not unbeatable, clearly. They're not an unbeatable team. They've got some holes for sure, and I want the Bulls to take advantage of those, and I think it honestly starts in the backcourt for the Bulls. Not having their backcourt there and the Bulls having Coby White and Ayo, who has always proven that he can't be stopped. As you mentioned, in the 143-107 loss, he led the way for the Chicago Bulls. It's what he does. So you got two guys I feel can have a really, really good game for the Bulls, but it's just not going to be easy, man, because guys like Bam Adebayo and Jaquez are still out there.
And you got to hope that Coby and Ayo take care of the basketball tonight. The Heat aren't elite at creating turnovers. They're sort of middle of the pack in that regard.
Right.
But the one thing they do well offensively is not turn the ball over. Miami's 7th in limiting turnovers as far as the 30 NBA offenses this season.
Movement is crazy.
So, you're missing Josh and you're missing Trey. That to me is a worry. And you can have confidence in Coby White and Ayo Dosunmu and what they can do well.
Sure.
But to beat this Heat defense that is well disciplined,
Yeah.
you need to keep the ball moving.
Yes, you do.
I am afraid that at points tonight the ball will get stuck without Trey there, without Josh there, and if there's forcing of the issue with Coby at times, whether it's going ISO or trying to get to the free throw line, which you want to see.
Sure.
The Heat also don't put people on the free throw line.
That's true.
Third in the NBA at limiting opponent free throws.
That's true.
So, like, I don't want the Bulls to be, running into a brick wall tonight.
That's true. That's a great point. And now I have a question for you about this.
What's that?
Because we've seen Bam Adebayo and his versatility defensively. I remember the playing game, he was on Josh Giddey.
Sure.
Like, that's who he was stopping. So they like to put him on whoever is going to be the one for that Bulls team. I don't think we're going to see him on Coby. I don't think we're going to see him on Ayo. Who do you think will be the assignment, the main assignment for a guy like Bam Adebayo?
Honestly, I think Spo is just crazy enough. Especially, he might not start Bam on either of those Bulls guards.
Okay.
But if either of them starts to cook at any point in this game, you better believe Spo's switching Bam onto him.
That's fair.
Because as much as I want to say that Modest has earned the respect,
Yeah.
and maybe Bam will start by checking Vooch.
Yes, that's what I think too.
And go from there.
Yeah.
But no, I think Spo will hide, weaker defenders on guys he doesn't see as a big threat. Like, whoever he thinks is his least talented defender in his starting five will be guarding Isaac Okoro, regardless of their frame and height.
That is a fact.
But look, we've seen that. We've seen Bam switch onto small guards all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
As for a dude of his frame across people of his same size in the NBA, he guards better than most.
Yeah, and that's why I said starting off,
Right.
because we know in the fourth quarter, whoever the hot person is, they're going to see Bam Adebayo in their life. Like, that's going to happen. But to start this game, I'm curious as to who he will say, you know what, this is going to be your guy to start the game. This is going to be your main guy. And I do agree. I think it's going to be Vooch that he's going to put that on, because Vooch is the one who will get you to 18 and 12.
Yeah.
That's what he does. So if they try to take him away and take away, that pop-out three-point shot that he does, I think they'll be in good standing. But Vooch has proven that he can go head up with Bam Adebayo, man. Like, it's not like Bam has been, a world beater against Vooch. Vooch still gets his.
All right, before we get out of here, how about some pregame picks?
Pregame Picks.
Woo! Pregame Picks presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app with code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. All right, so I made these picks earlier today. My first one, Ayo Dosunmu, going over 14.5 points scored tonight at minus 112 odds. I made that pick before the Josh Giddey scratch.
Okay, well done.
I liked it then. I like it even more now.
Well done, sir.
But again, going back to the fact that he was the Bulls' leading scorer the first time they played Miami back in November, and the way that Ayo has been initiating those drives to the basket routinely in this recent stretch of games. He's also been shooting the ball well. I think he kind of, he had an off night from behind the arc last night, but I mean, you cannot deny what his shooting numbers are this season.
You can't deny it.
So
Man.
15 points for Ayo seemed like a very achievable feat.
Pregame pick one.
Modest gets my second pick of the night to hit 3 or more threes at plus 172 odds. Obviously, we want to see Modest attacking and scoring at all three levels. Shout out to Big Dave in that mid-range shot.
Mid-range!
But I still, I will never roll my eyes or scoff at Modest knocking down these threes at the rate at which recently he has been confidently taking and making them.
That is very true.
Because if he becomes the player, especially the offensive weapon in this league that some of us want him to be, the three ball has to be a huge part of it.
It's true.
Has to be.
Pregame pick two.
And I think his last stretch of games, he's gone 4 makes, 2 makes, 4 makes, 2 makes. Yeah. So, how about 3?
Yeah, how about it?
How about 3? Set the standard there. And then one pick for Miami, and I mentioned this earlier with the absence of Davion Mitchell and what he has shown to be able to be as a table setter, a playmaker.
Yes.
Give me 7 or more dimes for Jaime Jaquez Jr. tonight.
That pick.
I like that value at plus 290 because I think he's going to be initiating a lot of their half court sets.
I agree with that. Pregame pick 3.
So there's that.
That's trade. And I feel good about them, Matt.
Feel good about it.
Sarah Bear, who's hitting the first shot for the Bulls tonight?
Ayo
Dosunmu. Well done.
Dark horse.
I'll take it.
Patrick Williams.
Shout out Young Spathis.
A late intro into the starting lineup. Oh my goodness.
He's ass.
Let's see if Pat can score more points than he did last night. All he has to do is make one free throw to accomplish that feat.
So I'm about to say he and Sarah have scored the same amount of points.
Pat and Sarah scored the same amount of points for the Bulls last night.
Sarah and Devin combined.
That's true. I actually think Devin scored more points than Pat last night.
I mean, I know I'm going to get at least 4 fouls out of Devin. She going to throw an elbow, dog. Like, seriously, she had the walking boot on one time, bro. She aggressive. We out here to fight. Go ahead, Bear.
No.
Oh, you put the mic up here and then you don't say what you doing.
Because I was going to say, I was going to put Patrick Williams on one of the graphics, and then something just stopped me, and it was lack of talent.
Oh,
so I chose a different player.
Yeah. But don't you worry. He'll get 15 minutes tonight.
Don't you worry.
He'll be out there.
Just you wait.
We'll be cheering him on. Oh, God. All right, that's going to do it for pregame. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button on your way out if you haven't done it yet. It's free. Yeah. We'll be right back here for postgame live after Bulls Heat. Make sure you're following our guy, Will Gottlieb, Will_Gottlieb, for his updates from the UC. We will talk to him in postgame. Shout out to Sarah Bear. Shout out to Devin. Shout out to the Hawks crew. They're already underway. We got the whole crew in town tonight. Shout out to Jake. He just ordered pizza.
Yes, Jake.
Let's go. All right. Enjoy the hoops, y'all. Talk to you in postgame. Peace.
Food. Love you. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.